A mother once had a lovely daughter. The mother was an actress on the stage. She traveled with a troupe of well-trained lions, and each night she went in the lion's cage. One day the daughter had a premonition that everything that night would not go right. And so she told her mother in the kitchen, please don't go in the lion's cage tonight. Don't go in the cage tonight, mother darling, for the lions are ferocious and they bite. And when they get their angry fits, they may tear you all to bits. So don't go in the lion's cage tonight. The mother heeded not the daughter's warning, but turned to her and softly said, pooh-pooh, I think I ought to know what I am doing. When I'm around the lions all feel blue. That night while she was dancing in the lion's cage, the lions thought that they would like to eat. And as they bit the darling mother's head off, these words came back to her so pure and sweet. Don't go in the cage tonight, mother darling, for the lions are ferocious and they bite. And when they get their angry fits, they may tear you all to bits. So don't go in the lion's cage tonight, no, not tonight. Hey. Well, many years ago when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as could be. This widow had a grown-up daughter, had the hair of red. My father fell in love with her and soon the two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life. My daughter was my mother, for she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. My little baby then became a brother-in-law to dad, and so became my uncle. It made me very sad. For if he were my uncle, that also made him brother to the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was my stepmother. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. My father's wife then had a son, it kept him on the run. And he became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue. For although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild. And every time I think of it, it nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Thank you. wrote this one. It's kind of good. It's fair season right now. It's about a beauty queen. Well, Brandy was not happy with the title that she earned in the county 4-H queen competition. When the votes were counted, she felt she had been burned. Revenge became her sole ambition. Thinking she would win just the way it had always been, her thoughts turned mean, then meaner. The judges that were there at that podunk little fair wouldn't know a queen if they seen her. And what the heck's congeniality? Just fourth place in a pageant, least it seems that way to me. A participation trophy or a consolation prize, that was Brandy's understanding, you could see it in her eyes. She trashed her tiara and her polyester sash. In the parking lot, a judge's tire got slashed. Cow manure she smeared on the windshield of another. In his fender scratched some words about his mother. She thought about some other ways to even up the score. Bought a pint of whiskey at the liquor store. She holed up in a motel room to formulate a plan. Parked her car out back to hide it from the man. She Googled congeniality, found out that it means friendly, good personality. She thought that just as funny as anything she'd seen. Polished off the bottle, put it through the TV screen. Well, the motel clerk heard the ruckus and she called the cops. When they got there, Brandy pulled out the stops. There was busted drywall, broken glass, porcelain in ruin. She stood right there and swore it weren't her doing. Got booked into the county lockup, fingerprints and all. Body search conducted down the hall. A reporter from the paper asked her what she had to say, but she'd passed out cold, so he just went away. His article read, oh, the irony, and detailed the crimes of miscongeniality. In hindsight, they were happy that they did not choose to queen her, but sorry that they blew their chance to crown her misdemeanor. Thank you. All right, does everybody know who Robert Johnson was? Became the king of the Delta blues, but apparently when he first started out, he was not a very good guitar player. I can relate. But he got lucky, and he met the devil one time, and he went down to the crossroads and met the devil, and he sold his soul to become a great guitar player. And this song is about that. I owe this song to Robert Johnson, so it's called Ode to Robert Johnson. Can't play guitar worth a damn. Hack musician's all I am. Play the same two-finger chords all night long till you get bored. I'd do damn near anything if I could make this guitar ring. Fumble all around the neck. Timing is a total wreck. days on end in an air-conditioned suite, 'cause I cannot bear the heat. What does he get in return? Will agreement get me burned? I can't read tiny print. I couldn't even if I squint. How bad could this contract be? Not like it's for eternity. Now where's that man who taught me how to play this here guitar? I thank him and his hound dog, but don't know where they are. Maybe he'll come round someday to see me at a show. Maybe then he'll tell me what the devil do I owe. Thank you. All right, this next one is about an old next door neighbor that I had who was a little particular about his lawn, and I was not. Called the Lawn Ranger. The guy moved in next door to me, he's not a pleasant man. To annoy that old curmudgeon, I do what I can. Retired from the Navy, he's a big pain in my butt. Oh, I think I was in the wrong key here. Sorry. The guy moved in next door to me, he's not a pleasant man. To annoy that old curmudgeon, I do what I can. Retired from the Navy, he's a big pain in my butt. All the time asking when my grass is getting cut. Every night I hear his irrigation kicking on. He hollers at my children to stay off of his lawn. He bags up all his clippings and suggests I do the same. I call him the Lawn Ranger, it seems a fitting name. 'Cause it's hi-ho silver as he mounts his trusty steed. A zero-turn John Deere tractor mowing double speed. Laser-guided steering keeps it tracking straight and true. On purpose I mow crooked and I leave my clippings too. His yard looks like a fairway and mine looks like the rough. He says I don't use weed be gone or fertilize enough. The homeowner association's tired of him too. They tell him stop reporting me, there's nothing they will do. Well, my dog wandered in his yard to do a number one. I saw him pointing at her with a Daisy BB gun. I called her back before he shot, then cussed him up and down, and bought that pet containment fence they bury underground. I despise that Lawn Ranger and his leaf blower too. They wake me every Saturday exactly 9:02. But one thing makes me laugh out loud while lying there in bed. My maple helicopters clog his gutters when they shed. I'm working on a project to get under his skin, so devious that he'll regret ever moving in. My Amazon grow lights are working like a charm, and down in my basement I've planted a farm. I'm cultivating hybrid dandelion weed. Impervious to herbicide, I'll harvest the seed. And then some cloudy night between dusk and dawn, just like Johnny Appleseed, I'll spread 'em on his lawn. When the weeds take over, I'll act all concerned. I'll call the HOA and the tables will be turned. Hey there, Kemosabe, what happened? Oh my God. Looks like a whole damn flock of sheep got sheared there on your sod. Thank you. when I was growing up, my dad had a saying whenever he saw somebody who was really intoxicated. He'd say there was as drunk as a peach orchard owl. And I always thought that was kind of a funny phrase, so I decided I'd write a song about it. To the orchard at night when the moon shines bright, little critters follow the breeze, because they got a snoot full of fallen fruit and heard an owl calling from the trees. Hooty-hoo, hear him screech. Everybody grab a fallen peach. They're lying unattended, they're pretty well fermented. There's a lot and they're all within reach. So they gobble down those peaches on the ground. There's plenty, no need to fuss or growl. The fox is getting drunk with his friend the skunk, but no one's higher than the orchard owl. Hooty-hoo, hear him call. Hooty-hoo, hear him cry. He's having trouble seeing double through one eye. Unsteady on his feet from the peaches that he eat. Too drunk to fall, let alone to fly. The weasel and the rat trade stories with the cat. They're bosom buddies, least for tonight. Under liquor spell, they find it hard to tell why the hell their parents taught them how to fight. Hooty-hoo, it's dandy, like drinking peach wine or brandy. Just brush off the dirt, but a little won't hurt. It tastes as sweet as sugar candy. The mouse and porcupine are feeling fine. Raccoon and possum getting loose. Coyote, inebriated hedgehog, intoxicated snouts, glistening with juice. We hear the owl say, come get 'em while you can without delay. It's a sin to waste, come have a little taste. They might not last another day. So they party till they're stoned, then they all go home. Wake up in the late afternoon, crying never again, but every single one of them will be back at the rise of the moon. Hooty, hear the owl call. We ought to stay until we eat 'em all. Let's party on till the peaches are gone, then we'll meet again when apples fall. All right, this next one's about traveling around Indiana playing in bars. It's called The Ballad of a Band with No Name. We will never hire your band again, that is what we heard. Everywhere from Churubusco down to Lawrenceburg. But we always found a way, someone else would let us play, though never twice, 'cause we sounded like a turd. It soon became apparent that word was getting round. We could not play a show in any Indiana town. From Kokomo to French Lick, we had to think of something quick, and it's easier to change your name than sound. We should have practiced, but no, we would not waste our time. So instead we hung out drinking and thinking up new names. First we went with Sassy Cat, then we chose to shorten that and booked a gig as Cat Sass in LaGrange. We blew into Bloomington as Frat Boy and the Hazers. In Farmersburg we were the missing cornfield mazers. The terribly high Terre Oceans, then the Hammond Beans. Oh my gosh, in Goshen, Big Easy in Orleans. At a state park out in Marshall, we were Run Turkey Run. Became the Clifty Fallen Angels down in Madison. Entertained Elkhart as travel trailer queen. Gas City got $10 gasoline. not go over well. Neither did the Boutonnieres when we played lapel. Strip pit strippers of Brazil barely had a chance. Santa Claus watched naughty North Pole dance. Been laughed at in Lagodi, run out of Rensselaer. We've never really gotten better in 11 years. But even though we stink, venues book us just the same. Can't blacklist you if they don't know your name. We're out here playing regularly, we won't stop until they find out what we're doing, and then we probably will. Just start the tour all over, new name, new location. Maybe out in Cleveland, Gnawbone or Lake Station. I've been through Indiana in a band with no name. It felt good to be out of Fort Wayne. Thank you. She typed an instant message, said I found another guy. He's a lot like you, but hotter. I'm giving him a try. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that one. Sorry.
That's all right. I wanted to hear that one.
All right, here, you'll like this one better. Why do you think they call it dope? I don't think it's right. Just mention marijuana. Some people get uptight. They call it devil's lettuce and tell you it's a sin. Won't admit the sorry state we're in. It's all part of creation, so how can it be wrong? Baked into a brownie or packed into a bong. Eaten as a gummy, it eases chronic pain and treats other conditions depending on the strain. Wake up, Indiana, clear the corn silk from your head. Big Pharma and those Sackler folks would sooner see you dead than sacrifice their profit. It's money they expect, so they push expensive drugs with extensive side effects. Claiming cannabis is worse than alcohol's a lie. Drunk drivers cause more problems than drivers who are high. They go too fast and lose control, while drivers who are on weed are likely driving 15 miles an hour below the posted speed. So let's release the inmates who were busted just for pot. Don't have to build new jail cells, use the ones we've got to hold those folks unfit for freedom, truly violent guys, instead of those whose only crime is having bloodshot eyes. Quit wasting money prosecuting someone for a joint. It's better spent on fixing roads and bridges, that's my point. I swerve around big potholes, can't drive within the lines. NASCAR pit crews don't change tires as much as I change mine. Let's fund education with regulated weed. Compensate our teachers fairly, give them what they need. Instead we underpay, make them buy their own supplies. When they leave the state for elsewhere, it's really no surprise. Now I've given my opinions, and if you're keeping score, in case I've not convinced you, I'll give you just one more. Drunk men start a fight when whiskey takes their hand. Stoners won't start anything except perhaps a band. Come on, politicians. Politicians, pull your heads out of your ass. Let Hoosiers reap the benefits of legalizing grass. It can do a lot of good. Please get it through your head. Now goodbye, I'm going to Taco Bell. My munchies must be fed. Thank you. All right, I'm going to, I think I'll finish out with this one. She typed an instant message, said I found another guy. He's a lot like you but hotter. I'm giving him a try. I'm sorry if it hurts you, John, but now I am with him. It's your best friend. Then she hit send and went from John to Jim. About 2 or 3 weeks later, her love was growing stale. She started texting John again while delivering the mail. One evening when her route was done, she said, I can't go on. I made a big mistake, it's all I can take, and went back from Jim to John. A fickle girl, that's what she was. She could not decide who she had and who she wanted, never satisfied. From Jim to John, then back to Jim. It's how she treated both those men. She did it time and time again and stripped them of their pride. Well, you can guess what happened next. You can guess what happened next. She kept on getting bored, kept turning all their lives around like an old revolving door. John and Jim became more than friends. They swore off girls for good. When they moved in together, everybody understood. That girl could not accept that she'd been jilted for a man. She outed them on the World Wide Web and put it on Instagram. She got blasted on the internet because what she'd done was wrong. The guys went on a Caribbean cruise together, Jim and John. A vindictive girl is what she was. She was bitter to the brim. She'd always been attractive, skinny, toned, and trim. When her social media took a hit, she did not deal too well with it. Her waistline grew by quite a bit, and she joined a fitness gym. John read her angry tweets while on a beach down there in Haiti. Jim Googled voodoo doctors and found a Santeria lady. Her Yelp review said she was best on that island nation. She stuck a pin in a little doll. They continued their vacation. While flirting with her trainer on the bun and thigh machine, her stomach started cramping up. She was looking kind of green. Quickly, she excused herself and ran for the locker room. The sounds that echoed out of there sealed her social doom. An embarrassed girl, that's what she was. For weeks the jokes went on. She was chugging Kaopectate and chewing Gaviscon. Hashtag Planet Fitness trended. All her Facebook friends unfriended. All the punchlines ended with her running between the Jim and John. All right. Hey, Jason. How many?
You done? You want one more?
I can do one.
One more! One more! Oh, we know you got one in the chamber.
All right. Let's see what I can find here.
No pressure.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what I can do here.
All right, all right.
Oh well, somebody said they wanted to hear a Todd Snyder song.
Yeah.
Do that.
I like that song. Cracking the crown. Can't complain.
Well, complications in the checkout line. It's an awkward situation almost every time. They keep your card behind and they keep your groceries too. Yeah, they do. You try telling everybody it's a terrible mistake, but you can tell they don't believe that's true. It's written all over you when you're broke. I hung my head then as I walked out the door. I'm never ever going back to that store. They treated me like a bum in front of everyone behind me in line. It was all my friends and neighbors looking at me like I'd committed some kind of crime. I guess you ain't worth a dime when you're broke. Now if I had money like I did in my day, just out of spite I think I'd give it away. I thought it didn't even matter anyway, and the more I thought, the madder I got. By the time I got home, I was seeing red. I pulled a gun up out from under my bed. I put a sock on my head, and into the night I flew, away I flew. The next thing you know, I've got blood on my hands, but I've got money in my pockets too. You never know what you'll do until you do what you do when you're broke. Now if I had money like I did in my day, I'd buy a car and drive us far away. I guess you know I've got this debt to pay to society. Honey, wait for me. With good behavior, I'll be out in 7 years. Don't worry over me or shed any tears. I learned a lot in here, and I know what a chance I blew, a chance I blew. The next time I won't make the same mistake. I'll shoot the camera out too. I'm learning all kinds of things you can do when you're broke. When you're broke.